Hey Google, what time is it?
It's 6:04 a.m.
Good morning. Today I'm going to be showing you why you should run. Okay, so that clip that just happened was about like 8 hours ago. So now let's get into kind of the main content of why you should run. So yeah, the first thing I want to do is kind of go over like, I don't know, the scientific reasons of why running is good. But I was actually doing some research because I'm like, I'm curious like what the scientific benefits are of running. I'm like, what are the what do the studies actually say about running? So the 4 biggest areas that I found of like a lot of evidence backing up how running is good, I guess, are how running improves brain activity, running improves your cardiovascular system, it helps your bones, muscles, and joints, and it helps you live longer. So let me go down some of the kind of the information and logic behind this. Okay, so how it improves brain activity. Okay, so according to the American Academy of Neurology, they made a study of 203 adults, and it talked about how it increased their memory and mental clarity. 5 different studies all came to the same conclusion of how running improves your memory and your cognitive abilities and how well you can learn and stuff like that. But the next reason was cardiovascular system. So that's essentially your lungs and your heart and how well they work, because like the better your heart and your lungs work, it kind of affects all your muscles and your brain and stuff like that. Okay, so according to Dr. De Lucia, who is from a Hartford hospital in Florida, who has her PhD, she talked about how, yes, running helps with you reduce blood pressure, strengthen your heart muscles, which like I talked about, improves circulation, but also just like the quality of your blood is better. And when your blood quality is better, your body is just overall is better. And then the next big area, and now I'm thinking about this, these all kind of coincide with each other because they're all just running makes you healthier. But specifically, I found a bunch of studies talking about how it helps your bones and your joints. So according to the British Journal of Sports Medicine, it talked about how this running increases your oxygen capacity, your muscle function overall. The Journal for Alzheimer's Disease says it increases bone mass. Talked about how it reduced the less inflammatory cells in your knees and your arms and stuff like that. So okay, so this was also really interesting. How running helps you live longer. So I found a couple studies, decent amount of studies, talking about how running helps significantly reduce your chances of getting really bad diseases like whooping cough, diabetes, stroke, a lot of different heart diseases, and a lot of really bad diseases by 30 to 50%, and according to a Harvard study. So it just overall a bunch of really bad diseases that are a lot of people die to, but it reduces the probability of you having those diseases. So it's really good for the longevity of your life. And I said 4 reasons, but there's 5. This one was, I think, it's just pretty cool. How running helps you psychologically, because running is really hormonal. But according to the Journal of Exercise and Nutrition, it says it reduced negative thoughts and negative stimuli that causes things like depression and stuff like that. So talked about how there's just a bunch of psychological benefits, makes you feel happier, better mental clarity. Again, it kind of balances your hormones better. But just overall, I thought it was kind of interesting how there's just a lot of evidence backing up of like how beneficial running is to your body. But like running is one of those things that is just like, it's just great. Like if you do it in like specifically endurance events, there's just so many health benefits that come with it. So that's a really big reason of why you should run. But those are like some of the studies that I found. Now let's get into like my reasons that I like, I don't know, anecdotally. Like all these benefits that I've seen in my life when I've started running a lot. Okay, so now let's get into like some of the practical reasons of why specifically to do running, like other than other things like cycling or basketball or I don't know, tennis. Why specifically running? So like a big reason that I totally had never thought about until I read this article is that running is like super accessible, and any other exercise aside from like bodyweight exercise and things like that, you need equipment, you need something else to do it. Like a bike, you need a bike. Basketball, you need a basketball. Tennis, running, all you need is the ground. Like it's such a low maintenance thing. Like all you need is shoes and clothes, and you can run, because like you can run anywhere, and that's something that I've seen has been like super helpful. It's so easy to put in your schedule. At least I've seen huge like just flexibility. Not talking about like discipline, because like it's hard to discipline yourself to start running. If you think about it logically, running is I think the most accessible sport out there. So I just like running a lot, and I kind of thought that was an interesting idea. I'd never heard about that. And also running's pretty cheap. Like to do the bare minimum, all you need, I mean, just like realistically, is shoes. And you can run in whatever. I've run in this shirt before, and I've ran in joggers before. Like you don't need much to start running. As long as you have clothes to work out in and shoes, like it's great. There's that's a huge benefit to running. Like there's just holistically, running really does help like so many areas of your life, whether it's like energy wise, whether it's sleep quality, whether it's just your health benefits. So there's a bunch of health reasons. Like I would say running is like one of the best ways to improve your health overall. And one thing that's really interesting with running is like the more you want to run and the better you want to get at running, it encourages just a healthy lifestyle. Like you have to start eating healthier, you have to start taking care of your sleep more. It's like it's one of those things that like it when you run, it encourages other healthy living styles. So I guess the premise of this video is that there's not a whole lot of reasons that outweigh the great benefits that come with running. There's some amazing things that running has done in my life. Running is extremely accessible, so anybody can do it. As long as you have legs and a willing mind, anybody can run. So I just, overall, this video is to strongly encourage you to maybe start running. And that's kind of what this whole channel is going to be about. So I hope after watching this video and listening to all this information that you can strongly consider starting running. But yeah, that's all for this video. But I should be making a video in the next couple weeks vlogging my first race of the season. That'll be fun. I haven't raced in like almost a year now.